Welcome to the third video in our dental SEO series where we're going to talk about on-page optimization, or how to change the content of your website to rank better for the keywords that your potential patients are searching for. If you're new here, I'm Nick from RevUp Dental. We help dentists get more new patients, grow their practice, and beat their competition. We put out regular content that helps dentists rev up their practice, so if you're interested in that kind of thing, consider subscribing to our channel or leave us a comment or a like down below because it helps us tremendously with the YouTube algorithm. Now, if you didn't see our previous video about keyword research, you should start there, and I'm going to put a link in the description down below. But for those of you that did watch the previous video and you've done your research, you've selected some great keywords to go after, so now let's talk about how you can actually make your website show up better for those keywords. On-page optimization is the part of the SEO process that I think most dentists know about, changing title tags, meta descriptions. Unfortunately, this is actually the part of the SEO process that has a lot of misconceptions. We constantly see dentists and the marketing companies they hire trying on-page SEO strategies that haven't worked for many years. A lot of dentists we speak with are under this impression that, Google likes content, so they go out and they try to write a lot of content like blog posts thinking that this is going to help them rank better. Yes, Google does like content, but they like well-written, informative, and useful content. So if you're just writing a bunch of blog posts where the quality of the information is kind of like it's a mile wide and an inch deep, then no, it's not going to help you rank at all. Another misconception that I think a lot of dentists think about is that, ranking better is all about, putting in the right keywords on the page. And again, it's true to some extent, but not really. Google can understand that your website is a dental website and that your Invisalign page is talking about Invisalign. You don't have to mention the keyword, 50 times on the page like many dentists do, thinking that, this is going to help you rank better. If anything, it's actually going to make you rank worse. On-page SEO used to be a lot of tricks and technical hacks that you could use to fool the Google search algorithm into thinking that your page was more relevant than a competitor. But today, rankings are not really achieved through fine-tuning all of the little technical stuff on the page, but rather by just kind of creating better and more engaging content. So let's take a look at how you can do that. If you want to attract more Invisalign patients, for example, you need a high quality, high value landing page talking about Invisalign. And to do this, you need to create a page that answers the questions that people who are looking for Invisalign are going on Google to search for. Now, there's a really awesome tool to help you do this. It's called Answer the Public. You just go to www.answerthepublic.com, type in a service like Invisalign, and this tool will organize and show you a list of common questions that people who are searching for, questions around the topic of Invisalign, what they're actually typing into Google. Let's look at some great examples and also think about the types of content that we may be able to create to help answer those questions for potential patients who are visiting your website. Why is Invisalign better than braces? This is a great question, and we can answer this on the website by, maybe a written paragraph where we talk about the differences between Invisalign and braces, maybe do a pros and cons list, or, maybe just a video showing the difference between the two options. What Invisalign looks like on teeth. For this question, you can take a photo of one of your patients with and without the Invisalign trays and show people that it's actually really hard to tell if someone is wearing them. Can Invisalign fix overbite? Can Invisalign fix underbite? Does Invisalign give you a lisp? What insurance covers Invisalign? These are all really good questions, like real questions that real potential patients are actually looking for on Google. And this is the type of content that you want to have on your website that will create value for those patients, but it's also going to impress Google. And you can answer these questions with written content, pictures, videos from you the dentist, or videos from your patients, such as testimonial videos, frequently asked questions sections with drop downs. There's a lot of different options available. Using Answer the Public, you can find a lot of great ideas for the types of content you should be putting on your website. Again, ranking high on Google isn't about, technical tricks or, stuffing the word Invisalign into as many places as possible on your page. It's about building a page and a website that is genuinely very helpful for people who are looking for different types of dental services. The mistake a lot of dentists make is that they want to get more Invisalign or dental implants patients, or whatever particular service they want to go after. So they put up a page on their website that says, we do Invisalign, give us a call. And this just doesn't work. You see, back in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, back when, if you needed something, you would whip out, the Yellow Pages book. You'd go to the section of whatever service you are looking for, plumber, dentist, mechanic, whatever. And you'd pick up the phone and you'd call that business and you'd have a conversation and you'd ask questions about their service. Unfortunately, this is not how people do business today. Today, people want to do their research before they call you. They want to figure out 80-90% of what they want to know about a certain product or service before they ever pick up the phone to call you. Your website needs to provide people with everything they need to know about a given dental procedure to make a solid, informed decision. When they do call, they're just calling to see if you are congruent with what they've read about you so far, and kind of just to make the final decision on whether they think you really are the right practice to go with. If you want to rank better on Google for keywords like Invisalign, dental implants, or really any kind of dental procedure, you need to look at the questions that people have in relation to those services, and you need to do an excellent job of answering those questions on your website, on a website that looks clean, well organized, and easy to navigate. It's honestly just that simple. So for example, there's probably hundreds or thousands of people in your area every month searching for, what does Invisalign cost? Now let's say this was a keyword that you wanted to rank for. Many dentists who are a bit more savvy with digital marketing, they would think that the way this happens is you write a blog post about it and you have a title that says, what does it cost for Invisalign in Toronto? Today, it's kind of largely a waste of time, and you will end up having a website that is actually worse because you'll have hundreds of these low quality blog posts and pages on your website that have very little information talking about, a million different topics that you could have just condensed down into a few but much higher quality pages. If you have a specific question, Google's algorithm is smart enough to know if your question is actually answered on a particular section of a certain page, and it'll take you to that correct answer. You don't have to have 100 different pages on your website or blog posts talking about 100 different things. You can put all of that information into just, one page. Here's an example. When I search for, what does Invisalign cost in Thunder Bay, Google shows me a snippet of the answer to that question from one of our landing pages, and it is the #1 organic search result. If you have a good landing page with answers to common questions people have around, particular dental services such as Invisalign, it's going to rank much better than a website that has 30 different blog posts about Invisalign on 30 different Invisalign questions. Now, having a blog post or article on a specific topic can make sense if you legitimately need 500 to 1,000 words or more of content to really answer the question properly. So to wrap things up, if you want to rank better on Google, it has, today at least, a lot less to do with, little technical tricks and hacks for SEO. It's more to do with just creating good, useful, informative content that your potential patients are looking for, and help them understand how different dental services work and how it can help them. Now keep in mind, content doesn't mean just text. You want to use pictures and videos as well if those can help you answer those questions much better, or in a much more interactive way. Use a tool like Answer the Public to better understand the types of questions that people have related to those services that you're trying to promote. And honestly, just stop to think about the kind of questions that your patients have asked you when they're sitting in your chair, doing a consultation. Answer those questions on your website, and you're going to see much better rankings. Now, in the next video, we're going to take a look at link building. And honestly, it's actually the toughest part of doing SEO. but it's also the one that's going to have the biggest impact on how well your website ranks on Google. So I'll see you in the next video.